All right, guys, welcome back. We are watching Oshi no Ko Season 1, Episode 5. Last time, we finished up the manga adaptation TV show with Aqua and Kana. It was very good. They really pulled it off. They pulled off that last scene. That's really all they can hope for, you know. Get one good scene out of it. Hopefully some of the fans were happy, right? And the creator of it was happy at the very least, right? Which is cool, which is cool. And now Aqua's been offered another job on a reality dating TV show from Kaburagi. So interesting. In exchange for like some information about Ai and who she was in love with, all that stuff. I was thinking about how the idea of like reality TV, I think it's interesting with Aqua, him participating in it just because of like his attitude about things. I don't know. We'll talk about it in the discussion, I'm sure. Other than that, well, we are going to try and recruit Kana onto the idol group apparently, which I don't know how that's going to work out. Maybe, but she wants to be an actor, you know. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. So we're watching episode 5. You can let me copy with this if you want to. We are starting in 3, 2, 1. Love this song so much. I say that every time, don't I? It's just a real treat to get to listen to it. While this is playing, I'm gonna make sure I have recording space. I normally do that before I start, but like let me make sure we're good. We're good. Okay. Gotta make sure. I've had it happen like once or twice where I've ran out of space on my PC as I was recording. And it's so annoying because I have to. Oh, it's so annoying. Hmm. Ah, this is my favorite part. Right there. Just that little, I don't know. I don't even know what to call it, but like all the people in the crowd just being like the red like glow sticks or whatever, right? Representative of like their, I don't know, being a fan, like devotion in a way. I think that is interesting. You can't see them. All you can see is the glow stick that they're holding, you know? So much like symbolism like that, I think, in this opening. Okay. There's Kana. Ooh, she's appraising her. Uh-huh. Her eyes are so crazy. Hmm. I guess. Is that a very good basis? Sure, sure. Will that work, though? Will she want to? True, you have said many times that you I don't like her. So are you. Yeah. Oh, God. Okay, okay. Interesting. Ooh, nice. Ah, but I bet one negative comment ruins everything. Interesting. God, that's so cute. Oh God, don't word it like that. Oh man. She's gonna be worrying about it all day. It's not. It isn't, sadly. It is not. God, there's noises. Oh God. She turns around and leaves. Indeed. Really got her hopes up. Yeah. What a change in attitude. She can hear you. She can hear you. She can hear you right now. True. Sure, interesting. I feel like you're gonna need more than that. Yeah, it's just like it's coming out of nowhere, right? Hmm. Indeed. Ah, but how will Kana feel about that? I really don't know. I really don't know. Okay. Already, huh? Yeah. It would be like your... Mm-hmm. Old is giving away to the new. I suppose, yeah. Hmm. Yeah. She seems very impressive in some ways, huh? Ooh. The eye. Interesting. Yeah, it's not really like a big break or anything, right? It's... Ah, don't say that. Come on. Oh, no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, God. Aqua. Interesting. I see. Hmm. But why is Aqua doing this, right? Oh, man. So pushy, huh? Okay. Okay. Right. Great. Awesome. Fantastic. Oh, Aqua. Like, what was that? It's... Come on. Why am I always like this? What do you mean? Oh, God. Aqua. Very deceitfully, perhaps. Right. Right. How nice of you. Almost certainly. If it hasn't already. Hmm. Interesting, I suppose, but you do have different motives for this, right? Oh, interesting. Okay, perhaps. He sure does. He sure does. Yeah. God, look at that face. Oh God, look at him. Oh, both of those girls are in the opening. My love with a star begins now. The curtain rises on a new season. Oh boy, oh boy. Let's see him. Let's see him all. Love on the desk. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Tsumi Yuki. I see, I see. Kumano Nobuyuki. Was that Yoki? Yuki. Kurokawa Akane. Oh, interesting. From acting. Interesting. Mim. That can't be her real name, right? Interesting. God. Where's Aqua? He has to be fashionably late, I'm sure. Ah, I see. One of those. One of those. Yeah, yeah. She looks so bitter. Man. Oh god. What is this attitude? It's literally. Well, they don't know he's faking it. No, he's gonna. No, 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 no. He's gonna react very well to it, I'm sure. Feeling all bashful. Sure. True, true. He didn't lie, though. That's what he said. I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it. Yeah, you guys are actually just like falling for it right now. Like, I guess, I guess. You would think Kana would get it of anyone. Acting, indeed. Well, a maybe, right? Like, do they really? Well, sure, but it's in an acting kiss, you know. Oh, look at her. Oh God, Kana. She is so like, I don't even know. That is true. That is very true. It's not like it would mean anything, right? I mean, God. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. It's far too much for you. Look at his face. Huh. Indeed, indeed. Specifically, yeah, some guy that she was in love with, right? And I'm sure that'll just lead us to another thing, right? Interesting. Yeah, how like guided is it for like a reality thing, you know? Ah, I see. And like the better they are at that, probably the more like screen time they'll get, you know? Hmm. Interesting. I wonder how. Ah, wants to ask for guidance. Wants more guidance, I suppose. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Hmm. Yeah, and that's probably hard for a lot of people with like acting experience, right? God, his voice sounds so weird. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it would be a nightmare for me. Like, God. Ooh, I see. That is rough. Wonder how much this like pays, you know? Probably not much. Hmm. I'm sure it's probably yeah. Oh, good question. Good question. I don't know. But ooh. Ah, yeah. Interesting. Yeah, no, not at all, but it's certainly something you're stuck on, right? In many ways, right? Uh, different than that, but hmm. Oh, get over it, huh? Wow. Hmm. Oh, man. I thought she was bad at this. Yeah. That she was so worried, huh? Yeah, about you being so introverted, huh? See, or timid, huh? God. Interesting. Hmm. I sure. More than technically. I guess. Is that up to you? Like, come on. Oh god. I don't know about that. Maybe. She puts on that aura, at least, right? Ruby's just being fooled by it. Ah. She must miss a lot of school, I bet, right? I wonder how that works. Well, she has nothing to do, huh? It's like she's being left behind, right? Don't say that. I see, yeah, god. In-depth guide to frilled lizards. Then why did you accept, huh? Well, we know why she accepted, but... Okay, okay. We just need a first job, right? Like, well, let's start that process. We need a group name, we need a... Yeah. Oh. Oh, and you're not ready for that? Uh-huh. Okay. Kana, we gotta, like, come on. Ooh, interesting. Sure. Interesting. It's, yeah, come on. Ah, I see. The internet exists now, right? Yeah, yeah. All these cats. I suppose. That'll probably be hard. Right, right. I wonder. I wonder what the crossover like that for that is like. How many online viewers would actually go to a concert? Don't say that. Hmm. Interesting. God, she's so negative. She's so negative. Sure, right. Oh yeah, they did say that in like the second episode, right? Someone willing to help. Okay. I, okay. Right. Like what? Oh, it's a peon. Okay. Obviously, I should have known, right? Of course. The top earner, right. What are you? Apparently, I guess. God, she is so negative. She's so pessimistic. Yeah, beat her up. I see, I see. Oh god. Oh, there we go. Okay. I see, I see. Okay. Give us our lesson. Peon. Sure. Most certainly. What would that be, I wonder? Yeah, we need a get rich quick scheme, I suppose. What are we doing? What are we doing? Okay, alright, alright, uh-huh. We're just uploading a video to his channel with them in it, I guess. Get some eyes on them. Ah, I see, I see. Okay, okay. Um, what are we doing? What are we doing right now? I guess. I guess. I guess I can after an hour. Oh god. They have to do this for an hour. Okay, that sounds really that would be a horrible video. Wouldn't that be a horrible video? Who would watch them dancing for an hour? Like I guess. They learned like the choreography real quick, I guess, right? I guess Ruby probably already knew it. Maybe Kana was pretending that she didn't already know Peon. Right. Right. I yeah. We gotta do this for an hour. Pose of the silent cicada. I see. I see. Okay. Okay. That probably makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. That would have been a lot easier. Yeah. Yeah. She gets to sit around and do nothing. I Ruby, are you stupid? I literally like. It, sure. It ruined it for her completely. Oh god, and that's why we're stuck here, huh? Interesting. Ruby's thoughts on lies are interesting, though. No, yeah, this is what it takes to be an idol. She's so excited. Yeah, she can do anything. Oh god. Don't die. We gotta keep going. Oh, we did it. Okay. Man, we survived. Barely. How do they breathe with those things on? God. She said it. She said it. There we go. She has asthma. Ah, I see. Oh, it'll probably be edited. It won't just be an hour long of them dancing. Ooh, we don't. We do not. We need to come up with one. Okay. Sure. Oh. Oh, okay. I see. Can they do that? Can they use the same name? I guess. Okay. Interesting. Huh. Alright, alright. God, all of these episodes go by so fast. They just go by instantly, you know? Man. Huh. Okay. Okay. God, Akana is really still in the show for me in a lot of ways. She's like, I don't know, she's just a very interesting character. She's the kind of character it feels like there's so many like little things she says, little lines she has that like really say something about the way she views herself and the world and all this stuff. This show is so good. Man. The roof of the hospital. The hospital is interesting, isn't it? Because it means a lot to Ruby too, doesn't it? Right? Beyond just being the place where she was born, it's where she died, you know? Very interesting. So she lived for so long as Serena, you know? Hmm. Okay. We'll talk about the episode and the discussion. Okay, let's talk about the episode. This was a good one. All of this is just it's ridiculous. I don't know. It's like, I guess I should have known about Heon. I don't know. He's really something. I guess he's really something. I guess that's really all I can say. Is this like a parody of a YouTuber that actually exists? Because like what the hell is this thing? Like I don't know. It's really something. Kana joined our idol group with much manipulation from Aqua, frankly, right? Um, God, Aqua is a real piece of work, isn't he? He's really. I feel bad for him. I feel bad for the way that he is thinking about his life and the way that he's like engaging with the people around him and stuff. I mean, like his mom, basically, right? Like Miyako said, it's gonna catch up to him one day. It really is, right? Not just the way he's treating other people, the way he's treating himself too. Um, yeah, it's really something. Well, let's just go through the episode, right? So Ruby kind of analyzes Kana. She really, yeah, she's kind of fit for it, I suppose, to be an idol, right? I can see it, right? I can see it. She's got red hair. Is that, that's pretty fancy, right? Based on my experience of following idols for many years, she's the kind of girl who'd be crazy popular with nerds. I guess is that like I don't know about the basis for that, Ruby, but sure, maybe, right? Kana's problem. The problem with her being an idol is like I mean, she has a lot of legitimate reasons for not wanting to be one, right? For what it means about her future as an actor and all of this. Um, yeah, let's just keep going. We'll talk about it when we get there in just a minute, right? Just gotta try asking her. And yeah, Ruby and her, their relationship isn't great right now. All we've seen is Ruby saying like, "Oh, I don't like this girl very much," and while Kana can just hear her right there, Aqua sends her this text. God, it's so funny. She's over here like ego surfing, right? Isn't that what I called it? Um, Looking at what Funky Pun Kichi said here. Watching it again, you can tell Arimakana is acting as head and shoulders above the others. The performance of that guy who played the stalker was super creepy and repulsive, but if you look closely, he's handsome, so I don't know how to feel. And the face she makes after seeing that. God, so cute. Aqua sends her this text. I need to talk to you about something important, so would you be able to meet up for a bit after school? God, he is so he has to know like what that comes across as. Like obviously, right? Like obviously. She gets so prepared, she's so ready for it. And then it's just Ruby's here, and her attitude completely drastically changes. God. Right now, if I ask her to be an idol with me, isn't that basically telling her I think she's cute enough to be one? That's so annoying. She can totally just hear you, Ruby. Like, come on. But yeah, no time to be stubborn. So she asks her to be an idol. Doesn't really have much more to say about it than that. Gives Kana the time to think about it. It's funny how Kana like immediately says, "Are you serious?" Right? Because it's like she has so much doubt about herself and like and all of this, right? It's like, yeah, I imagine she immediately thinks like her first thought is, oh, she's probably not serious, right? It's a no for me. If I become an idol, I'll lose out on jobs reserved for young actors. And my main work would be idle gigs where the old is constantly giving way to the new. That is a very, that's such an interesting, like, insecurity for her to have, right? The old giving way to the new. Because that's already how she feels about herself and her past and all of that, right? Her going from being the star as a child to the way she is now. Um, the flip side of it, like I'm talking so negatively about her deciding to be an idol, right? Kind of just because of the way she's convinced through it for it by Aqua, right? But that aside, maybe being an idol is something that could be good for her, right? Because she's so insecure. She has such like self-image problems. She is such a she just has so many problems like that, right? About the way she views herself and the way she thinks she comes across like to other people, all of that, that maybe being an idol because it is such everyone's really paying attention to you and all of this, depending on how she engages with it, right? Um, Maybe it could be good for her, right? Just the thing is, I think her being an idol, it would be so easy. We're already seeing it in this episode for her to just for her to just have a really bad attitude about it, right? For her to just not engage with it in a good way at all. I guess in the opening, right? In the opening, there are those shots where we see all the red glow sticks in the crowd, right? Where we see all the people looking at you and with like adoration and devotion, being your fan, all of this, right? That is something that Kana does want, right? Is it a good thing? Is it a good thing to get like so much self-fulfillment and like your own self-worth from how other people feel about you? Probably not, but I understand craving that, especially, it kind of comes with the line of work that you're in. Everyone wants to be appreciated. And the problem with being in the entertainment industry, right? Or just the problem with doing anything where like your job, with your work that you create, things that you do is like exposed like a large crowd of people. Um, it opens you up to much more potential criticism and like positivity, positive comments and stuff alike, right? And it's the criticism and stuff like that really like sticks in your mind, you know? And since Kana is someone who like it seems like that kind of thing really bothers her, right? Like even she thinks about her past as a child actor and how successful she was then, and she sees it as like a personal failure now for on her part that she isn't as successful now. Um so it's like the more popular she is and the more that her work and everything is exposed to just like the more people, right? I feel like the harder it will be for her to keep it up, Which is it's kind of like paradoxical in that way, right? That she wants it so bad. She wants to be able to find like value within herself through like other people perceiving her in like positive ways. But the bigger she is, just the more like criticism and stuff will exist out there, right? We saw in episode 1 from Ai's perspective how that one negative comment from that one random guy saying that her smile looked fake was something that got completely stuck in her head, and she was seeing it overlaid in front of the crowd, right? Like I love that, thinking back on that, how it shows how that one single negative comment was literally in the screen covering up the crowd in front of her that were all cheering for her, right? How just a single negative comment like that just completely can feel like it overrides everything else, right? Like I feel like that about like my videos, right? Like my comment section, that kind of thing, it's just like a human psychology thing. It feels like you being like rejected, I guess, right? Like no matter how positively everyone else like perceives you, anyone perceiving you negatively at all, even if there's some random person online, it's gonna hurt, right? And it's like the positivity, but that's almost just like the default. So that's what you expect. So I don't know. I guess like what am I trying to say with all this about Kana, right? Um I'm just very curious how she will engage with being an idol, I suppose, right? I'm just very I just I she of course her dream is to be in the entertainment industry, to be an actor, to do all of these things. She does find fulfillment from it. She loves acting. She loves all of this stuff, right? And I guess for anyone in the industry, we saw through right? Through the way that she engaged with like negativity, negative comments, negative perception. It's always going to bother you, I guess, no matter who's in this position, right? It just feels like Kana is really bothered by it right now because of her self-image problems like at large. But what does that mean? But am I saying that she should like stop or something? No, of course not, right? Like it's not like she should give up, right? Is it a good thing that she becomes an idol instead of continuing to pursue like acting jobs and stuff like that? I guess time will tell. I really don't know. I really don't know. It just depends, because the my only problem with it, I guess, would be the fact that she's convinced so much by Aqua, and I just don't know how to feel about that. I don't know how to feel about that because of Aqua's attitude. We'll talk about it in a second. If I don't find success as an idol, I'll be out of work on both fronts. As someone responsible for crafting her own image, the risk is too great. Yeah, it's just little lines like this, right? Where she says she's responsible for crafting her own image. She feels personal responsibility for the way that everyone perceives her and their reaction to her and everything, right? Which I guess as someone in the entertainment industry like she is, you kind of have to view it like that, I suppose, right? You can't just because that's your whole livelihood, I suppose, right? Like that's just how it works. It just sucks, you know. I can't imagine how stressful and awful it would be for me, you know. But I do feel like it's such a thing that just comes from the fact that she will always be comparing herself to the success that she thinks she should be having because she experienced it before as a child, right? And God, the regret she must feel about how it's like she thinks that the way she acted back then was so bad and awful, and if she had just been different then, if she knew to act the way that she does now, that maybe she could have held on to it. You know, it's so easy for her to blame herself about all of it. You know. That said, this is Hoshino Ruby. There's something about her that reminds me of that genius idol Eye. I wonder what it could be, huh? And yeah, Ruby, I mean, Kana did indeed act with her that one time. She was the real deal, huh? That's the other interesting thing, right? Like, Kana saying that I was like the real deal. It's so interesting because I's whole thing was about lying and all of that, right? And I guess like what even is a lie, right? Like, what do we mean by that? You know, like, what was the real I, and what was what you know she what even does it mean to be lying in that way? You know, who knows? I guess, right? I don't know. Ruby certainly her thoughts on lies are well, she doesn't want to do it, right? She wants to be a real idol. She doesn't want to lie at all, which is I wonder how far that attitude will last, right? Strawberry Productions isn't a major agency, and they don't have a track record in launching new projects. Yeah, not. It's not like this is a big break at all for Kana, right? Like this is it really is almost like they are asking her a favor more than the other way around. You know, giving her a spot. You know. Above all, I don't even know if I'm cute enough to find success as an idol. Yeah, she just immediately has these horrible thoughts about herself. Of course, of course. I'm not the type of idiot who'd take on a bet this reckless. And then, Aqua. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Please be an idol with my sister. He just asks her over and over again, says, "Oh, you're so cute. I wouldn't just ask you on a whim. You're far cuter than all the other ones. I feel that my precious sister would be safe in your hands. Uh-huh, uh-huh. I beg of you, please become an idol." So what's Aqua doing here, right? What is Aqua doing here? I can't help but think. I can't help but just think that it feels like he's like using this situation for his own benefit, right? That his whole idea is this idea of getting high up in the entertainment industry so that he can hunt down their father, all of that, right? And if their idol group becomes big and popular and everything, that would probably certainly help him, right? Because he's part of the same agency, he's connected to them and all of this, you know. So I just can't help but think that that's just really how it is. That it's almost like he's it's so hard to take him seriously. It's so hard to view this in a positive light at all, I guess, right? He says he doesn't lie. He said he didn't lie about Kana being cute. Like, sure, I guess, right? But why does he want Kana to be an idol so bad, right? He says he thinks Ruby would be safe in her hands or whatever, but is that really it, right? I guess we know that certainly he begrudgingly allowed Ruby to be an idol because he realized he couldn't stop her, I guess, you know. He does want her to be safe, but does adding Kana to the group, is that in the same vein, or is that just something that Aqua feels like he can use to his own benefit? You know? I don't know, right? In this episode, uh, Aqua starts this whole reality dating show, right? Which feels so, man, it feels so like meaningful for like what he's doing with his life in general, right? Just kind of like the way he acts at large with everyone and everything. It always feels so, I guess not like disingenuous, but like, man, I it feels like he's been training under the director all this time, right? It feels like he's trying to direct the play of his own life, and all the other people are just these actors in his play and all of this, you know. Didn't he even call it that at the end of episode 1, his revenge play or whatever, right? That's really like how he's viewing it, at least, you know, that just everything and everyone for him is almost just like a tool. How useful can it be just for the purpose of his revenge? Ruby is maybe the one thing that's like different, you know. And I guess as I say that, we saw with Kana in the last episode, he made the show do well. He got what he wanted already, which was the DNA test from Kaburagi, you know, and he could have just left. And it advantaged him anyway, right? Because he did so well, Kaburagi gave him another job that's bringing him further down this path to get information about I, all of this. That's not really what he was thinking, right? So, I don't know, am I being too negative about him? It's possible, maybe, right? But I don't know. He's good at it. He's good at acting, right? He's very good at acting, if you know what I mean, right? Like not just on the stage, but like always, right? I don't know. I need to keep an eye on him. That's for sure. And she signs up for it. Here we are. Why am I always like this? Like, what do you mean? Why? How? When has this happened before? Kana. I never imagined you'd actually get her to join. I just read her like a book. Arima Kana can be very empathetic, and she's susceptible to pushiness. Based on her personality, I thought tearfully pleading and twisting her arm would be effective, right? Like, just even the way he's thinking about it, right? It's just very much like that, right? It's like he's always on a reality TV show. You know what I mean? Like the way that they want them to think and interact on the reality show that he's on now, right? It's almost like he's just always in that mode in a way, always viewing people in like a strange light like that, you know? It's sad that he thinks about his life like that, you know? If you keep pulling that stuff, one of these days it's gonna come back to bite you. Yeah, like not even just for yourself even, right? If he keeps acting like this in his life, right, then I mean, where's it gonna lead him? Nowhere good, right? Nowhere good, you know? I don't feel I've done anything wrong. Heck, I didn't even lie. But you certainly have other motives, right? You know, it's yeah, yeah. So interesting that he thinks of it like that, you know? Cause like because he's lived before, right? That's the thing, right? He's lived before. We saw him as a doctor, and he wasn't like this in any way, right? He was like a normal person, right? He was not like this, right? Obviously, he's gone through some horrible, awful trauma and all of this, and it all just has to do with the way he views his life because he's been reincarnated and everything, right? But he of course understands that everyone else, even if he views himself in that wrong way about thinking of himself as like different and not deserving of his life and everything. I mean, everyone else is a normal person, right? Everyone else deserves their life and to, all of this. So how can he justify thinking of and treating other people in that way, right? Not that he's really done anything that wrong yet. I feel like I have to add on yet, but I don't know. It's selfish. I guess it's just selfish. The same way his revenge in general is, right? Like he's not truly doing what I would want at all, right? He's doing it for him. I don't think he's doing it for other people in any way. Well, a former genius child actor, a title that no longer means anything, God, has simply become a former genius child actor idol. It's like it's impossible for her to like escape from her past, I guess, right? Like she thinks of herself now instead of thinking of it as turning a new page or whatever, right? Like starting as just an idol, right? Arima Kana idol. That's all she has to be. No, she has to be former genius child actor idol, right? She is unable to escape from it at all, right? Like because it always follows her. It always does, like online and everything, right? She sees those news articles, those 4chan posts making fun of her, saying that she used to be so awesome as a child and now she's a loser. And it just gets in her head so much, right? She can't escape from it at all, right? Ah, God. So I guess a way that this whole idol group thing could potentially save her from it is if her success as an idol was so great and so much bigger than everything that she did as a child was, that now she can define herself through this instead of by her past. That would maybe be an improvement, but it wouldn't help in the long run, right? Because then what about when the other group is over and she's no longer, and she's not, like even if she has massive success in the outer group, it too will end one day. So where will that leave her? From the same agency as him, we'll have more chances to work together. And I feel like he's got some techniques I can steal. Yeah, is that all? Is that all, Kana? Aqua sure does have his next job lined up, which is My Love with a Star Begins Now. Aqua's in a dating show indeed. Like God, it sure is something, huh? The curtain rises on a new season. With spring in the air, new love will bloom. The 6 participants in this season's show will be. We get introduced to everyone. We got Sumi Yuki. She's she's like a model. Yeah, a fashion model. Cool, cool. We got Kumano Nobuyuki. He's a dancer. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Kurokawa Akane, who I'm keeping eyes on, because she is in the opening. She's an actor. And Kana knows her, probably from acting, right? Interesting, interesting. We got Mimcho, who's a streamer, I guess. That's cool. Interesting. And we got Morimoto Kingo. He's in a band. I see, I see. And then Aqua walks in. And he's got his whole God, look how bitter Kana looks when she says this about Kakaragi. Man, you can't be holding grudges like that in show business. Come on. And then Aqua walks in, and like, what is he? Like, come on. They both just like scream. Like, man. um, God. So the way he acts on here is interesting, right? Uh, I guess it's just kind of is in the same vein. Again, it just makes me think. It's just like how Ruby immediately says, like, "Oh, why isn't he acting like a crazy goth kid like he normally does?" You know, it's just like how that to me feels like it's almost acting too, right? It feels like he's always acting. It's impossible for him to ever be like genuine. It feels like, right? Whatever it means to be genuine, to chase what he really wants, what he really desires, to be like a person, you know? It feels like he has to make himself be defined by his revenge and everything, you know? That the idea of like the real Aqua that's really in there, it's like, have we ever even seen it before, you know? Probably the only times that Aqua existed was when he was actually pursuing acting for real. And he was really trying that, you know? And now it's gone, right? The same way that Ruby said that he changed so much after I died. Yeah, yeah. He I don't know. But I mean, it's like as I'm saying this is a question that's been brought up in so many of the discussions for so many of the shows I've done, which is like, what even is the real you? You know what I mean, right? Like if I'm saying Aqua isn't being like his real genuine self through the way that he's always treating other people, the way he thinks about himself, the way he's always acting. Um, well, at what point is that just the real him, right? Like it's like if he's always acting like this, if this is who he's been for years, right? Then is that not him at this point? You know, how much are you just defined by your behavior and the way you're always acting? You know what I mean? Like you can't really say like, oh, that's just not him at all, right? It is, I guess. I guess he needs to be able to find himself, right? I think he should change. Maybe that's a better way to say it, right? I think he should God, it's such a similar thing to Kana, isn't it? Right? The way that he's defined himself entirely by his past, by his horrible thing that happened to Ai, of course, right? It completely makes sense. Horrible trauma, PTSD, unimaginable, right? Of course. But yet he doesn't let himself like live and exist just as a person. You know, he's weighed down forever by all of that happened to him, right? And by his previous life too, in a way, right? He doesn't think of himself as like deserving this life or like being Aqua essentially. Just like Kana, right? Always just thinking of herself as the child actor, and she's just stuck like that forever, you know. Hopefully not forever, but right now that's how it seems, you know. God, he's so. I'm feeling all bashful now. Aqua, you can't say that. He's really laying it on too thick, isn't he? Like, I feel like if anything, his normal like goth, like cool kid act could maybe do pretty good on the show, you know? He's only ever called me cute when he's trying to get me to join you. That's so interesting how Kana actually does see it like that. How she actually does see it as, oh, he was only doing that to get me to join, right? So she doesn't like take it seriously, right? That's kind of sad, right? She's not able to take him calling her cute in like a serious light, you know? Because he wasn't lying, I guess, right? But it just shows how she just twists things like that, you know? God, they both react so like God. If he doesn't act like that, the show won't work. I can understand how seeing a guy you're close with flirt with girls would tick you off, though. I suppose maybe he does just have to act like that, you know. Like, I mean, I understand why he's acting like that, but I mean, like, even if I maybe it probably just wouldn't do better if he acted like his normal goth attitude, you know, because then he would just never talk to anyone, you know. I guess it just wouldn't work, would it? Perhaps he thinks he should be portraying that kind of character, exactly, right? And this is such a right. This is almost just what it feels like about his attitude at large, right? It feels like he thinks he has to be like this, right? That because of what happened to I, because of who he is and everything, that he has to portray the kind of character that he always is. He has to be so uncaring and manipulative and goth like this, you know? He feels like he basically owes it to I. Not even I, but like he owes it to himself. He owes it to who he used to be to act like this, to not live his life, you know, to be able to move on, right? The way he describes it in this episode, being stuck on I, right? Because that's really how it is, you know. He is unable to come to terms with it, to grapple with the trauma and I being gone and everything so much because she gave him complete purpose in life and everything, you know. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, he feels like he has to portray the kind of character, not just in the show, but the way he acts in general. You know, this is a show where they really profess their feelings and become a couple at the end, and the way that Kana like acts about that, about like we just cut to her like this, like God, she's so transparent about it, you know. And I wonder, does she even realize? I don't know. I don't know. You can't be jealous. You can't be jealous and sad about him kissing someone on a reality TV show. Like, come on, Kana. God. But I don't know. Maybe it does say something about the way that she views acting and everything, right? For her, she does think of acting and everything as such a real, like, genuine thing for her that I don't know. I guess like even then, even if the kiss is entirely just for the show and is purely for acting, can you really say it means nothing at all when acting is something that you really do put yourself into so much? It probably wouldn't mean nothing for Kana, you know? Aqua has to talk to Mim here, who's another character that is in the opening, so interesting. What a pain. He cannot do this. The standard teen chat where we agree with each other about everything is getting to me. Look at his face, God. Yeah, but he's got to do it. He's got to do it. I like how he just tunes her out completely. He's not listening to a word she's saying. This is how the show works. And go ahead and converse freely with each other. However, please pay attention to the angles of the fixed camera. So it's very much like they just kind of let all the actors kind of do it by themselves, right? It's more real than you would think, maybe, right? If this is really how reality shows work, you know. It'd be a big help if you can have a chat that sums up what you've been talking about right beforehand. Yeah, yeah. Dating reality shows have been around for 20 years, so quite a bit of know-how has been accumulated. The style of directing for reality guarantees the show's entertainment value, while also leaving things in hands of each individual on screen. It's probably hard, right? And we see how Akane here, uh she wants like more direction and stuff, right? She's probably used to that being an actor, you know. She's used to having a script and having things that she needs to say and needs to do, you know. So she wants guidance, you know. It's very interesting. I don't know. You could probably really read into the way that the different characters like react to it and stuff. I guess Aqua certainly won't be asking for any guidance because doesn't give a shit, right? Like he doesn't. I don't really think he cares. I guess if he becomes big and popular through this show, like if he really makes a name for himself on it and is very prominent in it, that would be good for him. So that's interesting. I still feel like either way, with the way Aqua is about his life and like everything, him as a character, I don't think he would be asking for guidance the same way this girl here is, you know? Interesting. Hmm. So they don't use scripts on these kind of shows. Yeah, that's very interesting. Yeah, I'm sure there have to be some things that are scripted, you know, once like the storylines start developing and stuff, you know? They can't just leave it entirely up to their hands, you know? Hmm. Timid and kind of introverted. I'm not great at holding a conversation either, and yet you do so well, huh? And she only took this job because, yeah, she feels like she has to. She never gets a new job. She's got to take whatever she can get, which is kind of a sad position to be in, huh? Oh God, Kana sees this scene right here. God, she's already got to be getting jealous, huh? I'm a high school freshman, you know, you're way off base if you think everyone in showbiz is dating. I bet so, right? I mean, for a lot of people, it's probably they're absurdly busy all the time and just don't have time for like a normal relationship of any kind. You're not interested in romance, of course I am. I'm a guy, right? And he thinks of I, unable to shake a past love, right? He thinks I like he thinks it would be like a betrayal to not even just because it's like it would be romance and stuff, right? What he feels for her isn't like romantic in that way. Um, but he thinks it would be like a betrayal of her and what she means to him. Her being like the thing that mattered most to him in life, to like pursue romance and to pursue, just living his life normally in any way, right? Like he can't bring himself to do that. Yeah, yeah. He's very much stuck on her in a lot of ways. It's interesting that he's so self-aware, saying he hasn't digested it at all. Yeah, I mean that's very true. That is very true. I guess it's something like that. He sure does need to get over it, I guess, whatever that means, right? That's kind of a maybe a mean way to put it, but I don't know. I think that's going to take a while. I don't think that's something we're going to be getting to anytime soon, right? Man, she puts on quite the show here. She might be one to watch, huh? Yeah, yeah. Interesting. And Ruby has some words to say to him about, about his digressions. Her top recommendations is Yuki, which is yeah, I don't know about that. Stay away for dating. Stay away from dating for a while. You're not a good judge of this stuff. Indeed, indeed. Frill is absent, huh? She's always filming her new stuff. I wonder how that works, right? Like if you're that popular and you have to be filming stuff all the time, how much like school can she miss? How lenient are they with all of that? Like I assume there has to be like laws about how much you're allowed to miss and still like pass. I wonder. I wonder. Everyone else doing all this stuff other than Ruby. Man. Group name, meeting, decide. That's all they got. That is all they got. Senpai, you're used to not having any work, right? How have you been passing the time? You can't say that, Ruby. Come on. No matter how popular an idol you are, it's a short-lived job. You can barely support yourself. You better do something so you can get into a good college, which is the opposite of what Ruby was thinking a few episodes ago about how she just won't need any education or anything at all because she'll just be an idol. you know? God. Anything we can do now. We need to, yeah, we gotta start. We gotta start doing something, right? But Kana prefers to lie on the couch and do nothing. So once we have a name, this should all start feeling real. It's like I still can't bring myself to call myself an idol. Girl, you've already signed the contract. It's already real. You can't just like not do anything forever. And yeah, it's so hard. It's so hard to define herself as an idol, right? How am I supposed to explain to my parents that I'm a self-proclaimed idol with no track record? Second time we brought up her parents. Before, it was when she said that they, like, moved away, right? And she lives alone now? Which is kind of sad. I still just wonder how she feels about all of that, because her parents had to have such an active role in her ability to be such a successful actor as a child, right? But I wonder how she feels about that, how their relationship is, I guess. So we start our plan. We start our plan to get their names out there, which is yeah, we're gonna start a YouTube channel, start an online following. Probably a good idea, I suppose, right? That is a way for anyone to get out there as long as they do a good job of it, I guess, right? It's hard. It's hard. But they're gonna do a collaboration, kind of a little fast track. Put her online, we'll only get a few thousand subscribers at best, and then with her name recognition, maybe 10,000. But that's not really how it works, right? You would get new fans. Kana's just kind of thinking of it in a dumb way, isn't she? Like, it's not like like, the whole goal is to get new fans, not just the existing ones that already exist, right? But yeah, we aren't amateurs at all. We got connections. We got P on. Thank God. Like, what is this thing? Like, what are you? He's the masked strength training YouTuber who's very popular with elementary schoolers. I guess. I didn't know this was a thing, I guess. Just live in a warped society. He's just trying to make a strong impression online by using a character that looks like it's been reused from some TV show. But he brings in 100 million yen a year. So, yeah. Kana needs to get with the times, huh? Uploading every day, already having name recognition. The differences in the way that their answers is interesting. Of course, Ruby would think it's like all about hard work, right? She has this very optimistic view of like being an idol and success and all of this. So yeah, she would think if you just upload every day, if you do your best, then yeah, right? And Kana has such a negative, like, oh, you need to already have name recognition, right? Like, yeah. We do not have either of those things at all. But we have an easy get rich quick scheme, which is this. Great. I'm tied down by obligations. It seems that my agency is putting an idol group together, so I was told to use my channel to promote them. Paragon of a YouTuber who won't permit compromises when it comes to his work. But no, there's an authority, right? Come on. So I mean, we just start dancing. Like I don't know. Do I have anything to say about them dancing? I don't really think so, other than it must be really hard to breathe with these masks on. How do they not die? I, I don't know. I don't know. But Ruby's actually so into it. Like she's like, yeah, this is what she imagined, right? The hard work that she's got to put in. It must feel like it probably feels good. It probably feels good. That's what she wanted. Our first idea was we could just do some prank with her sleeping, all of this. But Ruby thinks it's already ruined. Uh, and that would be a lie, right? And she does not want to lie at all. She wants to be an idol that never lies. Which how long will that last? How will that work? Will she be disillusioned once when she's really getting started as an idol? I don't know. I don't know. It depends what a lie is, right? Did I ever really lie? What even is a lie? What does it mean to lie to someone? All questions that I don't have answers to, but I'm sure it will be explored further as we go. Feels like she's gonna die. It feels good, right? Come on. They manage it. They do it. They're allowed to introduce themselves. How much of a boost will they get from all of this? Who knows, I guess, but we'll see. And Kana says it. She says that she's a self-proclaimed idol. She does it. That's big. That's big. God, look, did I make this the thumbnail? She has to, like, God. Okay, they really put in some hard work, huh? Very interesting. Kana put in the hard work too, which is interesting. It's interesting for Ruby and Kana, they both think hard work is what really matters. Kana is just so like pessimistic and negative. Because she thinks it's so much like this personal responsibility that she has to do her best and everything. And if she fails, then she thinks that's all her fault. But she almost thinks success, if you succeed, then you must just be lucky, or you must just already have name recognition, or you must. It's like it's impossible for her to win, in her own mind. And Ruby decides on the name, which is B Komachi. So, can we do that? Can we use the same name as I's idol group? Maybe. I hope. I guess. I guess that's okay. But I don't know. I guess we'll see. It makes sense. Ruby picking that name makes sense, right? It's very interesting. She really wants to continue. She's really trying to fulfill I's dream, isn't she? Right? Like she wants to follow their footsteps and maybe, go beyond them if possible, right? Okay, well, that was another really good episode, as always, from this show, huh? As always. Well, if you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what you think, and I will see you in the next one.